Hey, good day everyone. This is CapitaLand Ascendas REIT's financial statement announcement for the 6 month and full year ended 31st December 2023. Right, so we look at financial year 2022, which actually is the calendar year as well, versus financial year 2023. You can see revenue is up by 9.4%, right? However, the most important, I think, parameter we want to look at is this, right? And if we look at the 6 months, the most recent 6 months versus FY2022's same period, 6 months, right? You can see that the drop in DPU is 6.1%, right? So this is actually quite concerning to me because for the first 6 months of this FY2023, they actually only dropped 2%, which I thought was acceptable, but it looks like the drop is accelerating for the DPU, right? So this is a point of concern, right? So as mentioned earlier, because the first half they dropped by 2%, the second half they dropped by 6%. Therefore, for the full financial year, they actually dropped by 4%, right? So we just have a look at their income statement, right? So these are things they acquired and divested. Okay, not going to go through this, right? So yeah, right. So if we look at the second half of 23 versus second half of 22, right, we can see revenue is up 11%, alright, but what's eating up all the profits are these operating expenses as well as net financial costs, which, yeah, they're quite substantial, right? And then you have a look at these fair value changes, right? So net change in fair value of investment properties, right? So every year they have to go and check how much their buildings are worth, right? And clearly they've been valued lower, right? So once the building is valued less, right, the loss in the value of the building needs to be reflected here, right? So it's reflected as a loss, right? So it's quite a big number, but it's not a cash output that the REIT has to do lah. It's just like you have a building and then it's valued less than before, right? So, but they have to account for it in this statement, right? So it makes this look very scary because it's a loss, right? But most of it comes from this lah, which is it's a non-cash item, right? So I'm not so super worried about that. But even without this, the returns for the period will be lower than this one lah. Okay, but it's not as bad as what it looks like here, right? So if we look at year on year, the sort of the same story applies. It's still property expense and financial costs, and in fact, if you look year on year, it looks even worse, right? The difference is like 36%, right? So they're not keeping this in control very well, right? So yeah, don't have very much else to say lah. Alright, so I'll just keep this short because I just want to have a look at the main parameters for Ascendas REIT. So my conclusion is not very good results. Alright, yeah, with that I'll thank you for your time. Okay, good day.